There is one thing that you need to know when it comes to creating your online course and choosing a niche, and that's whether or not your idea is $1 million idea. Hey, this is Iman Aghay, the founder of Success Road Academy and the creator of Ultimate Course Formula. Over the past few years, I have helped hundreds of people to successfully create and launch their online courses in many different niche markets. And one of the first questions that I get asked by entrepreneurs who want to create their online course is, what's the best niche market to create an online course on? Okay, and let me tell you, over the past few years, I've seen people being successful in so many different niche markets. In fact, I don't think it's about one niche market. I think it's a match between the person who is teaching and the niche market that they're teaching their content on. If you have passion about that content, that's actually a very great indicator that you will be successful in that niche market. However, there is one thing that you need to know when it comes to creating your online course and choosing a niche, and that's whether or not your idea is $1 million idea. So let me explain the $1 million idea, what that means. Okay. In any niche market, you will have lower paying clients and higher paying clients. Okay. And you have to see whether or not you can find enough people who can pay you enough money that result into generating over $1 million. Now, I'm not telling you that you are going to generate $1 million from selling your online course, but what we are looking here is that does that niche market have the potential of generating at least $1 million? Because if it doesn't have the potential of generating $1 million, then it's not even a good idea to create any course in that niche market, right? So let me explain how that works. There are a million ways to generate $1 million, okay? You can sell one course at $1 million. You can sell two courses at $500,000 each. You can sell three courses at $333,333. You can sell five courses at $200,000. You can sell 1,000 courses at $1,000. You can sell 10,000 courses at $100, okay? Or you can sell 1 million courses at $1. So there are a million ways to generate $1 million. Now the question here is that for the niche market that you have in mind, can you find enough people to pay you enough price that the combination of two result into $1 million? For example, you can create a course on decreasing anxiety for $100. Can you find 10,000 people to pay you $100 for a course on that? Yes, there are millions of people out there who are struggling with anxiety, who are struggling with stress. So if you create a really good course on anxiety and stress that has a really good niche market and gives people great results, you can easily find 10,000 people who are willing to pay $100, right? There are millions and millions of books sold on decreasing anxiety. So yes, creating a course on decreasing anxiety can give you 10,000 sales at $100, right? But a few years ago, I had a client who wanted to create a course for custom guitar creators to teach them a specific thing. And I said, you know what? See if your idea is $1 million idea. After a week of research on finding custom guitar builders, he could only find 54 companies that were doing the custom guitars that he was thinking about, that he could create the course for, okay? And the course that he wanted to create, those custom guitar creators wouldn't pay him more than $47. So even if everybody in the market would pay him $47, he would make 54 sales at $47. That's less than $2,000. That's kind of around $2,000, right? Not the brightest idea to create a course like that. Why? Because you're going to spend like 8 weeks to create a course, go through all of the processes, and even if every single person buys the course, you're not going to make $2,000, $3,000. So that's not a great idea, right? So yes, when you are creating a course, you need to create a course that is aligned with your passion. And one of the greatest things about that is that your online course, beside selling an online course, is also a lead generation system for you for the next level of the services that you create. So if you can attract your best qualified clients while using your online course, where you can get those clients and then you can lead them to another program, your mastermind program, your mentorship programs, work with them at a higher level, that would be phenomenal, right? So you need to be passionate about this thing, because you're going to work with a lot of people and you're going to serve them with excellence. So your online course makes a huge, massive difference in that area. Okay, so that's one thing. The second thing is that you want to make sure that this is a course that you love the people that you work with. Yeah, so when you're attracting this type of clients, you're excited to work with those clients. So long story short, you want to make sure there's a niche market, that you have the skills, you have the passion, and most importantly, it's $1 million idea. Now, sometimes people think, Iman, what if I don't have the entire knowledge about something that I'm passionate about? And I'm going to talk about that in another video. But the most important Hey, this is Iman, Aghay, serial entrepreneur, public speaker, international best-selling author, and today I want to talk to you about the 3 types of experts that we have out there and how you can actually launch your business as a coach, as a consultant, as a speaker, as a course creator. So, one of the things that a lot of people ask me on a regular basis is, Iman, what if I'm just starting absolutely from scratch and I never coached anybody? I'm like just doing this, like I don't have a lot of content or anything like that. Okay, let me give you, tell you a secret, which is kind of a not so much secret, but most people don't think about this. Every single one of us, all of us, like all of the people that you guys know as world-class experts, we started from scratch. None of us was born as an international coach. None of us was born as an international speaker. None of us was born as an international best-selling author. None of us was any of this, okay? All of us built everything from scratch, like every piece of it from scratch, right? So you starting from scratch and not having content, not knowing your niche market, all of that, you're just kind of like any one of us. Okay, so I mean, like, this is not super unique about you, this is not super different. Like, all of us did the exact same thing. We started from scratch, we did the stuff, we coached people, we just kind of took it from there. When I started my coaching business, I didn't even know what my topic is. I didn't know who I want to work with. And it took me actually some time to realize actually what's the group of people that I'm excited and interested to work with. And I realized I'm always excited and passionate when I'm around entrepreneurs, when I'm around people who kind of want to make a difference in the world, that kind of their energy makes me energized, right? So I was like, okay, so that's super cool. I want to work with entrepreneurs, but I don't know actually what I want to teach them. I knew I wanted to teach them something, but I didn't know. Now, when it comes to teaching, you gotta understand that there are 3 types of experts that we have out there. I'm gonna actually break this down for you, okay? So the first type of experts are the type of experts that do, like have done something for themselves. They put it into a step-by-step process, and they teach that step-by-step process to their clients, exactly how they've done it. For example, at the time I'm recording this video, I've created 53 online courses, right? Not bad, like I've created some courses. I've sold millions of dollars of online courses. And I've put this into a step-by-step process. It's like 8-step process. And I teach people, like as part of one of my courses that we have, we teach people how to create and sell online courses. Super cool. I've done it for myself. I achieved massive success with it. I put it into a step-by-step process. And I'm teaching it to people, right? Now, you probably are amazing at something. You're amazing at losing weight. You're amazing at keeping your weight down. You're amazing at your financial freedom. You're amazing in interviews. You're amazing in, I don't know, like overcoming your stress. You're amazing at something. You're always happy, right? Doesn't matter what it is. You are amazing at one thing. And there are people that actually want to learn from you, and they need a step-by-step system to be able to get that result. They need a step-by-step system to keep their weight down, to get their financial freedom, to become happy, to keep their stress down, whatever that is, right? So the key to that type of expertise is putting it into a step-by-step system, teaching people how they can get the similar results, right? So that's one. But the second type of expertise is actually the type of expertise that is really hard for people to understand, like that they can actually do that. Now, many experts, especially when they're beginning, they get to the imposter syndrome. So this is what they think. They think, I haven't achieved anything in my life. I haven't achieved massive goals. I haven't achieved massive results. And who wants to learn from me? Why would people want to listen to me, you know? And they get to this imposter syndrome. They're like, well, I'm not a world-class expert. Why do people want to listen to me, right? And that's the time that they decide, okay, not to do anything. They get weirded out. They kind of like don't do anything out there. They don't have the confidence, everything like that. Let me tell you a story. When I started my coaching business, I barely had a six-figure. I didn't even have a six-figure business. I don't remember if it was like under six-figure or just barely over six-figure, but it was just like barely getting started. I didn't have massive success. I wasn't known as a world-class expert. I was nobody, okay? At the time, I had a web design company. I knew that I wanted to help people. I knew that I want to work with entrepreneurs, okay? And I knew that I wanted to talk about marketing. Like that was something that sounded interesting and people wanted to learn from, right? So I put together an 8-people class for 8 weeks. And on week 1, I told them, I want to share with you marketing, like how to learn marketing. But I have a couple of conditions for you. Number 1, you have to show up at every single class unless you are on your way to hospital or you're dead. Do I have your commitment? They're like, yeah, we have your commitment. I'm like, okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, I want you to learn, implement, and give me feedback. I want you to learn from me, implement what I teach, and give me feedback so I can get better. Do I have your commitment? And they said yes. Then I went to a whiteboard. I had actually it was not a whiteboard, it was a flip chart. I went to my flip chart papers and I asked them, what do you want to learn about marketing? They started telling me the things they wanted to learn about marketing. I started writing them down one by one by one by one. And I wrote probably about 40 or 50 different topics, okay? I looked at it as like, okay, so which one of these do I know? Which one of them I don't know? Which one of them do I want to learn? I chose the topics for the next 7 weeks. I taught some basics of marketing and I started choosing what I want to teach. Now for the next 8 weeks, I studied hard, I learned a lot, and I taught a lot. And I stood beside those 8 people and helped them to get results. Now, one of my students, his name was Roger, and he was doing 12 people events for 12 years. He's been doing this for 12 years. The biggest group of classes he had was 12 people. In 45 days of taking my class, he put together a 540 people event. 540 people event. I had never done a 540 people event myself. Now, one of my students went and did a 540 people event. Next time when I went on the stage, I told this story. I said in an event, and one of my students went from 12 people event to 540 people event, and people were looking at me and they're like, I want to learn how to do it. Now remember, I had never done a 540 people event myself, but people wanted to learn from me how to put together big events. Why? Because they wanted to get the result that my student got. I had another student, his name was Gobinder, and we helped him to go from not being booked for any talks in corporations to be booked for 6 months solidly in corporations within 6 months. It was amazing to see like how he changed his business. Now, I've never done a corporate talk. I have not done a corporate talk to this day, right? I just don't work with corporations. But when I told people about this, that Gobinder got this result, people were like, I want to learn how to do that. So people wanted to work with me not because of the results that I got, but because of the results that my clients got. Okay? Now, here's the thing. At the time, I did not have a successful business. I have a big business, but people wanted to work with me because they wanted to get the results that my clients get. Now let me explain to you how that happened. How could I be so amazing for other people and not be so good for myself? We as human beings are born with 24 gifts. Some of these gifts are dormant and some of these gifts are active. Now, sometimes you are gifted to do something, but this is a gift. What that means is that you are really good at doing it for others, but you can't do it for yourself. They're a gift. These things are gifts, so you can give it to others, but you can't use them for yourself. Have you ever seen a person come to your home and cleans up your home and organizes everything, and when they walk out, your room, your home is shining, right? Then you go to their own home and their home is messy? Why? Because the person has the gift of organizing. So they can organize your home, but their own room is messy. And here's what happens. When this person wants to teach, they get to the imposter syndrome. They think, well, my room is always messy. My room is always messy. Who wants to learn from me? You know who? Everybody. Here is why. The best football coach in the world is not the best football player in the world. The best football coach in the world is not the best football player in the world. The best basketball coach in the world is not the best basketball player in the world. The best bodybuilding coach in the world is not the best bodybuilder in the world. Now, does that mean they can't coach the best basketball players and the best football players and the best bodybuilders in the world? No. They are training some of the world's best because they are amazing at teaching. They don't get into imposter syndrome. They don't think, well, I'm not the best basketball player, so I don't have the right to teach basketball players. No, they are the best basketball coaches. Now, when it comes to entrepreneurs get into the imposter syndrome. They think, oh, I can't teach it because I'm not good at it for myself. Lots of people are amazing at giving strategies to others, but they can't implement those strategies in their own business. That's why there are lots of business coaches, there are lots of marketing mentors who are amazing for others, and they go and hire marketing mentors for themselves. You know how many marketing mentors are my students? You know how many students I have that they're marketing mentors, they're business coaches? They're running 7-figure businesses and they're still our students. You know why? Because they're amazing at teaching it to others, but they can't implement it for themselves. So they come to my programs, so we help them to actually grow their own business, right? They learn from us to use our skills for their own business, okay? So that's quite normal. That's quite normal. Don't get into the imposter syndrome that what if, you know, like what if other people know that I'm not good at doing it for myself? That's totally fine. You are gifted. That's your gift. That's your gift. You can do it for others. You can do it for yourself. That makes you a normal human being. So that's the second type of expert. The second type of experts are experts that can get amazing results for their students. And the reason people want to work with them is because of the result of their students. Now, the third type of experts are called researcher experts or interviewer experts. Okay. So the researcher experts or interviewer experts are the type of experts that they can get the content from interviewing and doing research. Now, let's say you give me a topic that I have no idea about. For example, I'm not vegan, right? I don't know how to be vegan. I don't know how to eat healthy. But you tell me, Iman, I want you to create a course on being vegan, on how to eat healthy as a vegan and how to actually succeed as being a vegan. Can I create that course? I'm not a vegan. Yes, absolutely, I can create that course. Here is how I can create that course. I'm gonna find 10 to 15 experts who are vegan experts, who are experts who talk about being vegan from different points of view. For example, how to be vegan and lose weight, how to be vegan and not eat fast food, right? Because there are lots of bad food that are vegan, right? So just being vegan doesn't mean being healthy. Like, they're just two very different things, right? Now, I have all of these topics that I can go find experts and I can interview them. So I don't need to be vegan to be able to create a course on being vegan. I can create the interviews. I can do all these interviews with these experts and have a course with the world's best experts without even knowing a single thing about it myself. Okay? Now, do I need to pay these experts? No. Why? How come? How come I don't need to pay them? Because what I'm giving them is exposure. Now remember, I'm not getting one expert to teach the entire content. That would be very different. I am getting many experts to share a piece of content each. Now, why do they want to do that for free? Because I'm giving them exposure. If people want to learn more, they can go and buy their stuff. That's why they are doing it free. What I get in return is I get my content. So I can put together my entire course based on something I have zero idea about, based on the expertise of other people. Okay? So that gives us 3 types of expertise. What you have done amazing in your life, people want to do that, put that into a step-by-step process, teach people exactly what you did so they can get results. Number 2, teach people about what you can get them, help them to get results. If you don't know you can get them results, still teach, still put your heart and soul into it, and still help yourself and help them to get as best results as they can, right? That gives you competence and confidence. And the last one, interviewing the experts. Can you combine the 3? Absolutely. You can have a course that you are teaching based on your expertise and interviewing other people about the things that you are not massively experts at, and you can do some research, and based on that, you can put together a course. Okay, so that's the 3 types of experts. If you are, like, you can be one of those experts, like, regardless, like any one of you that, like, if you are watching this video, you can at least be an interviewer expert, even if you can't be a result expert or if you can't be a role model expert. Okay, so don't make content an issue. Don't make it an excuse for not creating your courses. You can be amazing and you can create some of the world's best amazing programs. Okay, go out there, start creating content, start teaching, start becoming an expert, start becoming a public speaker, start putting your heart and mind in things that can make a massive impact in the world and change people's lives while you are building a successful business for yourself. If you haven't gone to my blog, imanaghay.com, make sure to go there, download our book, and that will help you to get started as a public speaker, to build a successful business as an expert, as a coach, to build a successful business around your expertise. Looking forward to seeing you in another one of my videos. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. If you're on Facebook or other places, make sure that you turn on your notification so you see whenever we share a piece of content. Looking forward to seeing you, and talk soon. If you ever dreamed of creating content but you're holding yourself back, because of those people, stop giving a shit about them. Because it's not about them, it's about the people that want to hear your voice. Hey, this is Iman, and I am in Barcelona with my wife, and I decided to record a couple of videos for you. Now, one of the things that I see almost every single day is people who are struggling to put their content and knowledge out because they're afraid of people's comments, right? And well, I regularly share stuff on social media, and I regularly do a lot of things on social media. I actually have met a lot of amazing people who put their stuff on social media, and they get bogged down by these people who come and comment and judge and kind of go against everything that a person says or believes, or or even who the person is, And you know, the reality is that all of those negative comments are scaring off a lot of people who are doing amazing things in this world. And I just want to make this video for those of you who are actually sharing your content with the world, or want to share your content with the world, but aren't, because you're scared of those negative comments and those people. And let me tell you how I feel about this, how I behave with this. Okay, I see the world as we have two groups of people. We have a group of people who have a pre-made mind, meaning that they've made their mind. They are not caring. They don't care about who you are or what you do or what you're about, right? They automatically position you and judge you as the person that they want to judge you, and they start commenting negatively based on their view of you and you as a group of people, because they don't know you, they don't know who you specifically as a person are, right? And then they make all of these accusations and like lots of stuff, and just kind of they bash you and everything, right? And the reality is that for me, when I read the comments like that, I'm very sorry for those people. I get sorry for them because you know, many times I see those comments as there are sad people who just can't see the positive impact that the person is making, and all they are focused on is the negative piece that they see from their lens in what the other person is doing. And that's the only thing that they focus on. So they leave all the amazing positive things that the person does just because they find this like little flop or little thing, that flaw that they don't like, and they get focused on that little thing and they forget about all the other positive things that the person does. And you know, and that's sad to see that there are so many people out there that are living such a sad life, and they have made their mind to find and fight everything in the world, and you know, and I think if they are doing that and that makes them happy, that's okay. But then the reality is that I've met many of these people in person, and instead of this making them happy, it's actually making them even more sad. And what I always wonder is that why, instead of fighting with people over comments and negatively commenting on everything, you don't start doing something positive in the world and spreading the positiveness of it, right? So and so other people, if they want to do something, if they're interested, they go and follow you, they go and learn from you, they go and take action on the things that you are teaching or you're sharing, or your mind and everything else like that. I've seen so many people that comment on stuff that people do, and they start suggesting that the person does things differently. And I'm wondering, like, what would give a person the right to go and specifically comment on another person's video saying that I think this is the right way of living for you, you know? Like, there are two ways. Okay, now I'm saying this right now in this video. I'm not specifically making this video for one person, right? I'm not going and commenting this video on one person. I'm making this video for the public, and anybody who chooses to watch it can watch it, or anybody who doesn't choose to watch it can skip watching it, right? So this is a video for the general public. That's a different story, right? And yes, absolutely, anybody can make any videos or anything that is interesting for them, for the general public, and anybody who is interested can watch, or anybody who is not interested can skip watching, right? But then when a person goes and specifically comments on one other person's video and start giving them their opinion on how they should live, you know how bad that is in terms of, like, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. I can't even explain how morally it's wrong. I can't even explain how, like, from every point of view, that is wrong. You are judging the person, you don't understand the person, you don't know the details of the life of that person. Just because you watch the freaking video of a person, you dare to go and comment and give comments on how that person should live their life? That's just freaking awful. And for those of you who are scared of those people not putting your message out, that's a big challenge, and you are caring about people who don't care about you. You know, the reality is that if a person dares to go and comment on your videos, if a person dares and goes and comments on how you should live your life, because they watched a couple of your videos, or because they watched like 20 or 30 of your videos and they have no freaking clue of who you are, and they dare to go and comment on your life, and you are not sharing your knowledge and content and information, you're not making the positive impact in the lives of other people who are actually interested in seeing what you're doing, because of those freaking people who go and want to negatively comment on you, and you're holding back, you are holding back for the wrong reason. Now, I always say this at my events. If a person dares to comment on your way of living by watching one of your videos, or by watching all of your videos, but just because they watch the video, they dare to comment on the way of your living, they don't give a shit about who you are. And if they don't give a shit about who you are, why do you give a shit about why they give a shit about? Why? Stop giving a shit about people who don't give a shit about you. These people want to feel good by making everybody feel miserable. And by pushing their ideas, and maybe some of their ideas are right. I'm not ever saying that their ideas are wrong. I'm not saying that what they believe in is wrong. What I'm saying is that the way that they are sharing those information is incorrect. The way of sharing information is not by negatively commenting on people's stuff. If you want to share something positive. You can never teach people by hurting them. You can never teach people by hurting them. The only thing you do by hurting people is hurting people. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing you do. And if you want to really teach people, you got to teach people in a positive way. And if you want to teach people in the positive way, keep pushing positive, amazing content out, instead of judging people and negatively commenting on their stuff, so you can contribute in a positive way for others as well. If a person's way of living isn't right, if a person's messages and videos is not right for you, just skip it. And honestly, for you, if you are a content creator, if you've ever dreamed of creating content, if you ever dreamed of creating content but you're holding yourself back, because of those people, stop giving a shit about them. Because it's not about them, it's about the people that want to hear your voice. It's about the people that want to hear your message. It's about thousands and thousands of people who are going to put a like or a heart or an impact in their life because of that message. Not because of those 20 people who went and left a negative comment for you. I just want to share this with you because this is like the biggest, the worst thing that so many people who have good heart are doing by attacking people's personality because of the wrong way of teaching. So stop doing that. If you are one of those people who does that, stop putting positive knowledge out there. If you really want to make a difference in the world, don't be a person who fights one person at a time. Be a person who pushes positive educational information out so other people can see and learn from it and can follow your ideas. If you are real, if you really have any knowledge and content, that's the way that you should do it. not going and living negative stuff on people and attacking their personalities and their way of living, because that makes absolutely zero difference in the world. That makes the world in a way of 0 and 100, black and white, makes the world to separate stuff and just stops amazing people with amazing knowledge to stop caring about others, because they see people like the people who go and comment negatively and they say, I want to hold back. And guess what? By the way, if you are the type of person who has the content and the knowledge and want to share your stuff, don't ever stop making a positive impact because of the fear of negative people. Negative people exist and they're gonna exist forever, and the only thing you can do about them is not caring about them. Go make your positive impact. Stop giving a shit about people who don't give a shit about you.